Yo, what's going on, my people? Today, it's a good day. It's a good day. You wanna know why? We're building another PC, man. Building another PC. So today, what we have in store for us is a RTX 5070 build. In this build, I try to keep it as cheap as possible while maintaining like pretty solid specs. So I'm not gonna lie, I got some really solid deals as far as CPU, motherboard, RAM, SSD, power supply, freaking GPU, obviously our nice AIO in case, and then we have some nice fans. So I'm so stoked. Let's just go ahead. Let's get into this. This video was brought to you guys by Gamdias. Thank you to them for sending out a couple parts for this build. So as far as our parts list, first off, for our CPU, we have an i9 12900K. So really solid processor, LGA 1700. It is a couple generations behind, but it's still gonna perform really well. And we ended up paying about $167 before tax on that. And then for our RAM, we have 32 gigabytes of Team Group RGB, a 6400 speed RAM, DDR5 obviously, and we paid $75 for that locally on Facebook Marketplace. For our motherboard, we have a Asus Z790 Tough Gaming plus Wi-Fi, and we paid about $52 for that at Micro Center refurbished. Really nice board, has nice features, and it's basically brand new in box. Kinda insane, but obviously another nice deal. For our storage, we did skimp here a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. We have a 1TB Silicon Power A60. Decent drive, obviously not crazy, not necessarily the best. I think 2TB probably would have been a better play here, but for how much we're spending on this entire build, not bad. This actually came out to about $40, so really nice deal there. For our power supply, we have an EVGA 850 watt, and that should be enough to power this whole entire system with ease. For our GPU, we have a Asus TUF RTX 5070 that we ended up paying $450 for from Micro Center. Crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I scour the Micro Center, I scour the Micro Center website like it's Facebook Marketplace, dude. I check it literally like every single day. So I always check for, you know, new deals and stuff like that pop up. This one was an open box deal, and it came right about at Prime Day. Obviously, Micro Center had like their Tech Days promotion. So yeah, they had the Tech Day sale, and when, you know, like the listing price of everything is down at Micro Center, the open box prices tend to go down as well. So I just happened to be there at the right time, right place, right time, and there were 5 of these RTX 5070s that popped up for $450. Now, would I have bought more if I had more money? Hell yeah. Do I have more money? Hell no. So I only ended up grabbing one, unfortunately, but still fortunate because $450 is insane. Now that's $100 under MSRP, and for this model specifically, like, it has a nice beefy cooler, great aesthetic, and it's gonna fit really well, especially with this tough motherboard in the case that we have in store. So next up, we have our cooler. For this, we have the Gamdias P5 360mm. Now they did actually send this out for showcase, so again, thank you to Gamdias for helping power this video. And yeah, overall the P5, really nice unit. It has a obviously nice LCD screen, comes with 3 ARGB fans, so fully controllable, fully adjustable, and yeah, overall I think that it does look pretty premium, especially with the nice rounded edges on the CPU block, as well as these nice fans and included fan hub. And then for our fans, I went ahead and grabbed some just regular 140mm ARGB fans. Cost me about $27 on Amazon, not too bad, because I did want to fill out our Gamdias Athena P3 case. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead, let's get into building and then benchmarking, and then lastly we're gonna go ahead and actually list them up for sale. So let's do it. I need a haircut, twin. All right, y'all. So the benchmarks, the results are in. Honestly, I just kind of did this one pretty quickly. I didn't have too much, I guess, like vision behind it. I just booted up a couple games. I ran obviously Monster Hunter Wild, Black Myth Wukong, Marvel Rivals, Horizon 4 or Horizon 5, sorry, and then Cyberpunk, just to kind of get a different, you know, range of games. All of them I ran pretty much without ray tracing except for Cyberpunk. All at basically their highest setting, 1440p. So yeah, what do you guys think? Overall, man, I am so stoked with how this build came out. Honestly, like the Athena P3, it was elite to work in. Loads and loads of nice features, like obviously the grommets, you know, the pre-installed fans, which, you know, I ended up taking out, but obviously it's nice to have the fan hub, things like that, as well as working with the Chiyo P5, which has, you know, it's nice LCD display, RGB accents, and then all of those fans that are kind of like they're interlinked. So it's similar to like a Unifan in an essence, right? Like it only has one cable, which is also super nice, super easy for cable management. It also kept our 12900K at bay, and it was running typically between like 50 or 60 degrees under like a lighter load. Under full load, 100%, it was running at like 80 degrees, and it wasn't even having to spin up too much, which is not bad, especially considering this chip is pulling anywhere from like 180 to almost 250 watts at times. So our total cost on this build came out to about $866.50, which all in is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, obviously getting the sponsor parts did help a little bit, but even then, if I just went out and got, let's say, like a Montech XR and a regular, you know, Thermalright AIO, it probably would have been still under 1,000, which is still insane value for an i9 and a 5070. I was looking at the competition, went ahead, hopped on Jawa, obviously, you know, sponsor me Jawa, you know. But yeah, I opened up Jawa over here and I was looking at the competition, other guys that had things like 12900K, 13900K, so similar type of spec range builds. The closest thing that I found was this one over here. It has basically the same exact specs, except it has a little bit more storage, and in my opinion it looks a little bit worse, but it's a little subjective. In any case, similar-ish specs, going for around 1700, so I put mine up for $16.99 initially, and then obviously I went ahead, I just dropped it this morning actually to $16.49, and then on my website I went ahead, and then obviously went to my website and I decided to put it up for $15.99. So hopefully should be getting a couple of DMs. I actually put it up on Facebook as well for 1600. I've gotten a lot of traction. Best offer so far has been 1300 cash, so we'll see if that one decides to pan out. If it does, that would be a nice, pretty nice, almost $500 profit on this build. So yeah, pretty stoked, and I'm obviously again super happy with the result. But yeah, what do you guys think? For the money, it's probably one of the best builds that I've ever done on the channel, and I know I'd probably say that like quite a bit, but I think hands down for a PC of this caliber, of this spec, this new, for $860, like you're not beating that value anywhere else. But I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Let me know down below what you guys think. Go ahead and be sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment down below, and go ahead, make sure you join the Discord. We've been getting a lot more active down there as well, and usually I would try to post at least 1 or 2 deals a day in our FC deals chat, so go ahead, be sure to join there, get that deals roll. We'll, you know, post things like new cases, storage, CPUs, basically anything that you can think of that we see a deal on. We'll go ahead and post those so that way you guys can actually take advantage of them for your flips. Appreciate you all for watching. Appreciate Gamdias for obviously sponsoring this video. And that's going to be about it for now. Thanks for watching and see ya.